Okay, hi Kenny, welcome to London. Really appreciate you taking the time out to come and talk to us about, what you're doing, and obviously, playing at Groovefest 2012. Yeah, I suppose it just, you've obviously played in London many times.
Right.
Is it still exciting? Is it still a buzz? What do you think of the London party scene?
Oh, absolutely, man. You guys got to realize that I've been coming to London since 1990, so
Oh wow.
this has been my second home almost.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Years ago, I was almost about to buy a house.
Wow.
Because it was just I was here so much.
Okay.
And doing the records and doing the remixes and the production as well as DJing,
Yep.
going back and forth. So it was just like, you know what, I might just get a spot there.
Yeah.
That didn't work out, but I got mad love for London. Like I said, I've done a lot of work
Yeah.
for artists here, for labels. We have a lot of people that have supported me, have supported my team, Masters at Work.
Yeah.
So it's great to come always, and it's great also to come and play soulful music.
Brilliant.
You know what I mean? On different levels. So
Cool.
yeah, it's great.
And on that note, you mentioned Masters at Work. I believe this year is the 20th year. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's 20 years.
20 years.
It's crazy because
sure it's flown by.
it's definitely gone by too quick.
Yeah,
you know what
sure.
I mean? But yeah, it's the 20th year. We just did Brazil
Okay.
together. We did Dubai together. We're gonna be doing some more
Wow.
dates. Yeah. So it's looking like we're getting back into the swing of things because musically we're on two different places. But the gigs were great.
Brilliant.
And then we're gonna follow it up with possibly a record and start recording again on that note. But we're doing separate projects.
Okay.
So right now that's basically what we're tying up.
So you said musically you're in two different places. Could you elaborate on that a bit more and tell us?
Well,
tell us
yeah.
where you're at musically.
Well, yeah,
at the moment.
I've been doing a lot of different things. First and foremost, I have a label called KD Records that I reissue a lot of soul and funk
Yep.
records on 45s.
Yeah.
Then I was involved with the Raheem Devon project, which is R&B.
Yeah.
I've been on every album. The last album I did 11 songs. We're about to put out a new album that is coming out in possibly late February, early March.
Okay.
And it's called Kenny Dope featuring Raheem Devon, The Experience.
Okay.
So that's look out for that.
Look out for that.
And then also on the hip hop side,
Yeah.
I got a MC that I produced called Rashid Chappelle, and the album's called Future Before Nostalgia, and that's in stores. I did tracks on the last Raekwon album. I did tracks on the last Joel Ortiz album. Then there's the house stuff. So it's just
Yeah.
like, you got from the soul and funk to the R&B to the hip hop to the house. Been releasing records on my label Dope Wax. A couple of tracks with Josh Milan from Blaze,
Yeah.
which are making noise right now. We're doing an album as well.
Okay.
So basically it's just I'm into doing the album projects just
Yeah.
for the simple fact of being able to tell a story.
Okay.
Opposed to just putting out singles and just one song and one-offs and stuff, so on and so forth. So I've been busy,
yeah.
I've been just working on my stuff and doing my tracks, and then Louis has been working on his album, Elements of Life. But and then, once that we have commitments and stuff like that, and once that kind of airs out, then we'll link up and we'll do some work.
So brilliant. So yeah, 2012 kind of,
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
promising.
yeah.
A lot of music.
Yep.
There's a lot of things going on. You guys got a festival
That's right, yeah.
in Dominican Republic, which is very interesting and different because that's something DR hasn't seen yet,
For
I
sure.
believe.
For sure.
So yeah, it's gonna be cool, resort style and,
Yeah.
and just music
That's it.
and some heads,
That's it.
and everybody have fun. And kind of more, to me, I feel it's gonna be more of a family environment,
Sure.
even though it's gonna be a couple of thousand people.
Absolutely.
But in that setting,
Yeah.
in a resort setting,
Yeah.
it should be real fun.
That's it. So
you
you're
know?
looking forward to, yeah. you're looking
Oh,
forward to
absolutely,
playing-
absolutely.
playing at
When Bobby and Steve told me about the idea and asked me if
Yeah.
I would be down with it, I was like, where?
Yeah.
And they was like, yeah, well, this is the concept and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. So I was like, yeah, put me down. I'm definitely
Yeah.
interested. So I will be doing a house set as well as a disco set as well. So
Yeah.
I'm going to be there, do 2 nights.
Yeah, you hear that, people?
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, disco is really kind of, you know, we know that your roots have kind of always been steeped in disco, and it's always influenced, you know, a lot of your productions and
it honestly is music, period. I'm a music lover, so anything that you can feel in your heart and feel in your soul, I love. Like, you know, whether it's a song, whether it's a jazz record, whether it's somebody spitting some crazy lyrics, like, I'm into music. You know what I mean? So with the sound, I've always tried to incorporate all the vibes that I'm into. That's why for so many years, for like from all the 90s up to like 98, 99, like everybody was trying to figure out what I was doing, because it was just like, we don't know where he's coming from. Because I come from this angle, and then I come from here, and then I do a New Eurekan soul kind of record, and so being into different styles, I like different artists. So I really like Janelle Monáe. I think she's dope, and I think she's the full package when it comes to writing the tracks. She dances on stage. She's got a look. You know, to me, that's the whole package. You know, usually artists either have the music and they don't have the look, or they have the look and they don't have the music. She's real dope. Somebody else I've been listening to lately is Mr. Chop, and from what I understand, he's from London or England. He's been doing some really great stuff and great renditions of classics with his synths and stuff like that. So I've been into that. It varies. It varies.
Yeah, I mean, because last year you played a gig at Plan B, and that was a hip hop set. You played a hip hop set in Plan B, right? How did that go?
Incredible. It was good. It was good. You know, I hadn't played hip hop in London in a long time, but it was cool. It was a good, intimate setting. It was right there, you know, and people were up for it, so it was cool.
Kenny, one of the things I wanted to ask you is that, you know, as we know, music changes. You know, it constantly changes, and kind of, you know, the whole sound and the whole scenes change. But, you know, you're one of these DJ producers that always kind of seems to remain relevant. You know, what's your key to doing that? Whereas a lot of DJs fall off, and
I think I've been one not to change with the times, and what I mean by that is I've changed, but not to the point where if there's a fad, and what I mean by fad, a specific sound, like, you know, years ago there was something called handbag house, or you know, all these little phrases of and to me, it's real simple. You got good music and bad music, so and that goes from every spectrum, every type of music, every genre, everything. So I've always stuck to what I like, and I've, you know, stayed true to myself and to my craft. So I've never stepped over the boundary and said, you know what, I'm gonna make pop records now. You know, the records that I've had that have been successful have been successful by themselves. You know, when I did The Bomb, it was a B-side. That record was a B-side of a 12-inch. The A-side was I Wanna Know. Nobody knew that record was gonna do what it did. You understand what I'm saying? I would be sitting here lying to you to tell you, oh yeah, I knew it was a hit. No. You know, the record was a B-side. It was a filler track. Next thing you know, it caught people by surprise, and it did what it did. But yeah, I just, you know, I kind of take influences, you know, but I still stay real, and I still stay soulful, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you know.
And I think, sorry, not to cut you off, but the other thing is me doing the different styles of music. Everything sounds the way it's supposed to sound. So if you're listening to a Raheem DeVaughn album, which is coming out, it's R&B. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. When I do my hip hop stuff, there's samples. It's raw. It's dirty. You hear the pops in it. It's disgustingly filthy. You know what I mean? With lyrics. And then the house stuff, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And now I've been doing, you know, since everybody got on this minimal house tip. I'm like, all right. So it's just a term. You know what I mean? So I've been doing tracks that are just drums, a hard bass line, and some vocals. You know, if that's what they want, we can do that all day. You know what I mean? So thank God I'm gifted to be able to move back and forth between styles and genres. You know?
So I mean, say for like a new young DJ kind of wanting to aspire to, you know, reach the heights that you have, you know, would you say kind of stay true to yourself, stay
I
true to
think-
your sound? What
I
advice
think-
would you give?
I think the most important thing is try to develop your own style.
Your own style.
Unfortunately, now music has changed a lot. So the difference is when I grew up, I had a lot of artists and records that I looked up to, or certain records that I DJ'd. I wanted to know what those original songs were.
Okay.
So that kind of opened me up musically to find out what they were.
Okay.
Today, things are very different. You know, the people are not sampling like they used to.
Yeah.
So I think the kids are growing up on YouTube. They're growing up on, you know, watching videos and stuff. And I think the biggest issue with YouTube was you have to know what you're typing in. You're as good as the information you're typing in.
Of course.
The record stores today, there's not many. So years ago, we used to go in a store and
Yeah.
we used to pick out a record or whatever, and we liked the way it looked or like the label. So it was like, let's listen to this. Now, what do these kids have to do? They don't have to refer to.
Yeah.
They got YouTube. Yes,
course.
it's huge. It's online. They have a lot of music there. But like I said, you have to know what you're looking for.
Yeah, of course. So let's give
Artist-wise, like if
throw some things out there though. Give them a few things to.
it varies, you know. You have Bob James, who to me I love.
Yep.
It's a jazz pianist. He did a lot of breaks that we used to cut as kids.
Okay.
You know, then you go to Cerrone, who's another one who's on the disco side, because you said disco is relevant right now. People are into it.
Absolutely.
Listen to Cerrone, and he's got great arrangements and great records. You know, but I guess whatever the style is of music that you're into, study it.
Study it.
Learn your
Learn
history.
your craft.
And be yourself, and don't be scared to create your own element. You know what I mean? Don't try to be like the next man, because the next man's doing good doesn't make it that you're gonna be
Of course.
great at it as well. You know what I'm saying? So you know that to me is the main thing, is developing your own inner self and being.
Okay, and I mean, you played so many parties, but I just wanted you to talk to us about a couple that have couple that stand out. You know, some of the.
Listen, I just came back from Japan
Okay.
a week ago.
Yep.
Me and DJ Spinner played nine hours.
Wow. Well, back to back.
3 records for 3 records for
3.
9 hours.
Oh wow.
So imagine the amount of music that was played that night, and we went from soul to jazz to funk to Brazilian house to old school hip hop to break beats. Like, I mean, everything.
Yep.
That's got to be the most memorable gig.
Yeah.
And actually before that, I did this Bobby and Steve party at the Fire and Light Box.
That's right,
was
yeah,
amazing to me as well. The horns were out.
Okay.
Everybody
Good
was
vibe.
hyped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before that, I did Rock in Rio like 2 months ago. Brazil was like 100,000 people, which was pretty insane. You know, so there's been some good ones, and we're looking forward to the
Groovefest.
to the Groovefest.
Have you ever played in the Dominican Republic before?
Nope.
No.
I've never been.
Perfect.
It'll be the first time. I got some people over there too, so you know it'll be cool. It'll be actually it's gonna be a good vibe, and I feel good about it. So I think you guys are onto something, and I think it will continue from there on.
Thank you. And I mean, just musically, I know we've touched on it before, but what can people expect to hear you kind of play at Groovefest in the Dominican Republic?
I don't know. Like, my thing is I basically play according to what's in front of me.
Okay.
You know, I'm not a set DJ, so I don't play the same set all the time. It's according to what's going on and what the environment calls for. Obviously, we're gonna be in an outdoor setting.
Yep.
So that's gonna be fun, as well. So we're gonna be playing records to get people in the mood for being outside, and then bring them home. You know what I mean? The last time I did an event like that outside was Brazil, but before that we used to do a lot of Masters at Work parties in Miami that were outdoors, and those were really, really fun. So I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be good.
Brilliant, excellent.
But again, like it's hard to say what I'm gonna go in there and play. You know what I mean?
Course.
So, but we're gonna play good music. That's all we know.
Yeah, so Kenny, we've been talking to you. You've been telling the public, a lot about your, your music kind of influences and your stance on things. And I hope people at home have, got a real insight. Please, check us out. Groovefest 2012 on Twitter, Groovefest 2012 Facebook. We're gonna have a week of, music, just good music, from soulful to deep house to disco.
Where is it? Where is it?
The Dominican Republic is where it's taking place. I hear people say, what, DR, how comes? Well, there's a lot of good reasons for choosing DR. One, we've got a wonderful resort. It's called the Lifestyle Holiday Vacations Club. It's a 5-star resort. We've got lots of different, cool locations in there. We've got pools, we've got kind of beach parties, we've got open air events, clubs.
And there's some packages too, right?
Yeah, that's correct, Kenny. Basically, with Groovefest, you pay one price and that's it. So once you bought your package, that includes entrance to all the events, that includes your food, that includes your drink, that includes everything. That includes everything. So yeah, we just really want to kind of put on a good quality, good value event for music lovers.
So yeah, come down to Groovefest in Dominican Republic, 2012, late September.
That's it.
Like he plugged the information, so get online, check it out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. There's a lot of music, a lot of DJs. There's gonna be some live acts as well, and I'm sure you'll be posted as the months as it gets closer. Absolutely. So yeah, come check it out. All right, Kenny Dope and Groovefest 2012.
Peace.